Welcome back to our channel. Thanks for joining Dougie, me, and Kevin the Caravan as we're exploring New South Wales on our epic 3,400 kilometre trip around New South Wales. In this episode, we are going to be enjoying the mining trail. We're going to learn about bushrangers. We're going to explore epic historical towns, and we're going to get down and have a look at some old mines, big open cut mines, and explore this epic area of Peak Hill and Eugowra. So stay tuned to the channel and thanks for watching.
Well, it's time to travel and we've got the Windsor back on the road again. It's exciting. For those of you who've been watching our channel, seeing us do the renovations, we're now heading off on a 3,400 kilometre journey around New South Wales. We'll be sharing with you the good, the bad, the exciting places, the charming destinations. Dougie will be out having lots of walks, so we'll be sharing some of the history, the places to stay, the things to do, the food to eat, and so much more. So we look forward to having you on our journey as we explore this amazing country, see some amazing animals. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and come along on our epic trip in our Windsor Pop Top. Okay, so our first stop on our gold trail is actually the town of Eugowra, and we'll be showing you around some really interesting things and taking Dougie for a walk. So here we are in the park in the main street right on the river. It's hard to believe that all of this was underwater. So in November 2022, this entire town was flooded out. It hit without warning. People had to be rescued from their rooftops. Over 80% of the houses and businesses were damaged, and it was a massive cleanup. So this was one of the big reasons I wanted to show you around this town and show you its comeback. Now, it's only a small town. It's got a population of roughly 850 people, so it's not a big place, but the resilience and the community to keep this place alive and rebuild is just amazing. So we know this area by the river was inhabited by Indigenous Australians for thousands of years, but I don't have any of the details on that. So I'm going to start by just telling you a little bit about the European explorers. So the surveyor, George Evans, was one of the first people to locate this town, and then explorer John Oxley paved the way for it to come through. We do believe that the town's name is from the Aboriginal people and means the place where the sand washes down the hills. So one really incredible thing about Eugowra's history was the fact that bushranger Frank Gardner and his gang ambushed the gold escort coach. Now, this is just a replica. It happened in 1862, and it still today remains the largest gold robbery in Australia's history. Now, they got away with 77 kilos of gold. Now, think about the weight of that, getting away with it. That would have weighed down their horses something incredibly. But this amazing mural depicts the event and the history explores event, and these vibrant murals is something else I want to tell you guys about. But before I tell you about the murals, I just want to show you the main street. Now, I mentioned just a minute ago, or a few minutes ago, about the flood damage. But look at the recovery. This is just amazing. All the shops are open. All the mud is gone. It just looks fantastic. It's hard to believe that all of this was underwater, covered in mud, flood damage everywhere, people having nowhere to live. They built these amazing pods for people so that they had somewhere to live. When we go across the bridge, I'm going to try and show you there's half a house that's completely gone. But this is a nice place to stay, and the murals are just fantastic. So we're just coming over the bridge now, and once we get to the other side, as well as showing the flood stuff, I'm also going to show you some great free camping. It's beautiful down into there, and it does look really nice until it floods, and then it's not so nice. See that house there? It's lost all of the side of the house, so you can see how high the water came up. Yeah. So we found this great free campsite, and it was on Wiki Camps. Right by the river. Not necessarily the best place to be if it's flooding, but it is free, is dog friendly, does have some amazing facilities. Highly recommend it for an overnight stop. Just another quick point about the murals. They have a festival for the murals, which is pretty amazing. Once a year, you need to look it up on Google or whichever search engine you use and come on down and check it out. They do let you paint or be involved in painting more murals. So while these murals are just a small sample, there are heaps of murals, some amazing stuff, well worth the visit, great free camping. Now we're heading off to explore Peak Hill, and we'll be showing you around there in a minute. Welcome to the main street of Peak Hill. Now, Peak Hill is a very small town, but in its day, it was a booming mining town. We'll be going up and exploring the open cut mines shortly, but we're going to just have some lunch and explore the main street and go and visit the exhibition in the visitor centre. But I'll be telling you about some of the buildings and some of the history as we travel around. The characters of Peak Hill I want to tell you about is a guy called Bill Linden. Now he came to Peak Hill in 1900 with just a horse and sulky and £5. He ended up owning lots and lots of properties in the main street, including the Tourist Information Centre. So the Tourist Information Centre has this amazing historical display. I'm only showing you a tiny bit of it. You guys need to check it out yourselves. Now, like Eugowra, the main street of Peak Hill also has some amazing murals, just like this one. Okay, so we're heading off up now to explore the mine, which is really interesting. It's a tourist attraction now. It's open to the public, but there is some areas where you need a key to get in to have a look at some stuff. So let's go explore.
On and off for nearly 120 years, gold mining took place at Peak Hill.
So the mining site is full of some amazing and really interesting art sculptures, but also they have an interactive self-guided tour. So as you go around the walks, you'll see these little gadgets, press the button, and you can listen to all the different stories from the time and learn so much about it. When you look at the size of the open cut mine here, and this is one of the two open cut mines at Peak Hill. Now, this is just huge, but it's no longer mine anymore. It wasn't viable. Whether it'll reopen again, I don't think so. I think it's more a tourist attraction these days. On the walk, they do have these really interesting storyboards, and you can learn about the mining here in the town. But there's one I really want to show you that's really interesting about Paddy Nolan's house and how they lived. So I don't know about you guys, but I certainly wouldn't want to be living in a dirt floor tin shed and carry my water up the hill to light it on a fuel stove just to cook meals. Really interesting. Would have been a very hard life for his family. So the area's got lots and lots of different little old mine holes that you can have a look at with the different stories about who mined here, how much gold came out. The track is quite easy to walk, but if you're in a wheelchair, there are steps, and this could be a little bit problematic. But other parts of the track you can definitely get around with a wheelchair. So it's an amazing bushland. There's beautiful animals. I don't know whether you guys can hear the birds in the background or just my feet crunching over the gravel path. But this place is just magnificent. We're heading up to the second open cut mine, and we'll have a look at that, and then we'll be heading back to the caravan. I do want to add it is a fair bit of walking, so you do want to allocate a reasonable amount of time here. You can't come and spend 5 minutes and really actually see it and explore everything. You want to be here for at least a couple of hours, walk around, have a look at all the different mine stuff, look at the history, and learn all about it and have a great experience. So, this is just a sample, so you guys need to come out and check it out for yourselves. Well, this is the end of this exciting episode of our 3,400 kilometre trip around New South Wales. I hope you enjoyed seeing these amazing towns and exploring along the way with us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next exciting episodes. We explore more of New South Wales in our old Windsor caravan. Thanks again. Bye.